Recent footage of Kylie Jenner got leaked and she doesn't want you to see it. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet indulged in a very public display of affection at Coachella last Saturday, but a body language expert has since hinted that all is not what it seems. The couple recently went viral for an awkward exchange in the audience at a tennis match during the BNP Paribas Open that sparked frenzied speculation about the strength of their relationship. Nonetheless, they appeared to put on a united front by sweetly holding hands when they surfaced at the music festival Coachella in California together this past weekend. But was it enough to put a stop to the rumors? In several new clips shared on X, formerly known as Twitter, Kylie and her beau were spotted immersed amongst other festival goers, of course just in the VIP section, but were still exhibiting a somewhat awkward dynamic. A body language expert named Judy James said, Kylie and Timothy's passion and affection rituals here are similar in theme, essence, and composition to the demanded kiss that Kylie performed at the BNP Open, where she basically grabbed his head in both hands to pin it and turn it to face hers, despite the fact that Timothy's eyes and attention were actually speared in the direction of the play. Kylie looks like a focused and insistent lover who knows what she wants and expects and how it should look when it comes to PDAs, while Timothée looks easygoing and compliant in terms of not instigating, but often being the first to break away. She continued to say, so at Coachella, we can see the couple in several sensual poses that suggest intimacy and affection, but when some of those moments are broken down, it looks like Kylie is doing all the heavy lifting while Timothée appears just out of sync and politely less inclined to act seductive or seduced. Referencing one clip from Coachella, which had Kylie going wild in the crowd as Timothée took a much more sedated stance directly behind her, Judy explained, Kylie is standing in the audience in front of Timothée, and it's clear she's catching the mood of that audience and perhaps doubling it, leaping and jiggling while tossing her hair in some flirtatious looking dance moves. Her behavior looks happy and uninhibited, but behind her, Timothée looks more like an awkward dad at a kid's party. His smile looks polite and his body is placed at a polite social distance from Kylie when he might have been closing in to share, the dance moves. Now, despite all of this, it seems as though Kylie and Timothée are reportedly putting in the necessary efforts to make their relationship work. So many people, mostly fans, have always been very weary of their romance, with many thinking it would ruin his acting career. Maybe it was just a publicity relationship. A source close to Kylie has said Kylie is truly his biggest fan. She would clear her schedule to attend awards and premieres with him. She couldn't be more supportive of his career. And yes, we saw that as Kylie attended the 2025 Golden Globes with him, the BAFTA Awards, the SAG Awards, and the Oscars. We love a supportive girlfriend, right? Anyway, Kylie and Timothy's outing comes amid a semi-recent report in the Daily Mail that they spend every waking second together, and what they have is real, despite what the naysayers believe. One source even claimed if he is now preparing to propose, she would say yes in a heartbeat. That said, a few of Timothy's friends have their doubts about the relationship, and he fully cut them off. One insider said some of Timothy's pals didn't think it was smart to get involved with the Kardashian clan. They sat him down and expressed their fears that despite his many awards and nominations, the industry wouldn't take him seriously if he was linked to Kylie. He knew from the beginning that it wasn't just a fling with Kylie. He not only decided not to listen to his friends, but to also cut ties with those friends. They continued to say, oh, and he really only wants to be a headline with his work, not his relationship. So he can be apprehensive at times. He is very much in love with Kylie, but he does get a little shy with PDA as he knows eyeballs are watching. A particular scene from the Kardashian show finale featuring Kylie Jenner is causing quite the stir online, and she doesn't want any of us to see it. In the latest episode of the Kardashians, several viewers have shared their thoughts on a particular scene featuring TikTok footage from Kylie Jenner. If you missed it, the season 6 finale of the Hulu reality series partly focused on Kylie and Kendall Jenner's trip to Paris for the Coachella fashion show, which took place last October. However, fans were disappointed after spotting footage from Kylie's TikTok page being used in the episode instead of fresh content. And for further context, the Kardashians have faced increasing criticism of its content over the years, with several viewers calling the show boring and accusing some family members of just putting in minimal effort when it comes to filming. The scene in question is directly lifted from a vlog-style TikTok Kylie posted on October 2nd. In it, she says, "Good morning, it is Coachella day today, so I'm walking in my first show, my first real show. I've walked shows when I was like 12. I'm so excited. I'm more excited than I am nervous. She says all of this before going on to film snippets of her day at the Paris show. After noticing that this TikTok footage was used in the Kardashians finale, some viewers took to Reddit and X to basically share their thoughts. One person said, playing Kylie's TikTok videos like we could just watch this on TikTok. They're running out of things to fill these episodes with. While another person added, we speed run that Kylie and Kendall Paris venture like Kylie didn't even film her part and just used Instagram clips. Another fan online said, did they use Kylie's TikTok as a scene for the show? Pack this show up. KUWTK would never do this. WTF. They shared nothing new, and someone else tweeted, Kylie footage being from her iPhone camera? Really? Fans have long compared the Kardashians with the family's old E! series, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, the latter show, which aired for 14 years, did not hold back when it came to showcasing all the highs and lows of the Kard Jenner lives, from physical fights to horrific infidelity scandals. This comes amid ongoing discourse around Kylie's infrequent appearance on the show, which fans have criticized time and time again. Someone wrote on X expressing their grievances, saying, we got maybe 5 scenes of Kylie this entire season. It honestly isn't a point in the show anymore. All we see is 2 sisters, so they should just do Kim and Khloe taped somewhere. Never see Kylie, barely Kendall, no Kourtney, who knows where Rob went, yet they all get paid? It's just boring now. Bring back season 1 energy. Now, another person echoed that, saying, loved how this episode starts with the producer saying that Kendall and Kylie should do a spin-off. Maybe they're barely doing this show. Meanwhile, more users suggested that the Kard Jenners have given us nothing this season, theorizing that, the family refused to show and share anything new or relevant. Footage of Kylie and Kendall Jenner being booed at a Los Angeles Rams game as they flashed up on the Jumbotron in the VIP section has them wishing it never happened, and more so that we just never seen it. Now, they might be fans of football, but football fans don't seem too fond of them. Kendall and Kylie Jenner had an awkward moment at the Los Angeles Rams game when they were booed by the entire crowd. Now, during the matchup against the Baltimore Ravens, the reality stars had their faces splashed onto the Jumbotron at the LA Memorial Coliseum and were met with, some boos rather than cheers. Now, during games, the Rams showcase famous faces in the stadium in a segment called Who's in the Rams House? Now, where they show basically a photo of the celebrity and their name, now followed by a live shot of them in the stands. First up was Kylie Jenner, who smiled for the camera with her sister and, wrapped her arm around Kendall for a hug. The whole moment was painfully awkward as the boos echoed in the arena immediately. But Kylie didn't appear to notice as she kind of laughed and raised her arms to encourage cheers. When she realized that the crowd was actually mocking her, she awkwardly stepped away and ran her fingers through her, ponytail. Now, the crowd was still booing when the camera returned to the spot to focus on Kendall, who then just flashed like a little peace sign and blew some kisses. Now, to make matters worse, people at the game took to Twitter and seemed to delight in the embarrassment of the sisters of Kim Kardashian. One person wrote, well, the Rams lost, but at least Ravens and Rams came together as one in the stadium to boo Kylie and Kendall Jenner. Are you a fan of Kylie Jenner? Let me know. I'm your host, Ashley. It's been great catching up.